watching this series?
Ooh. Well, a lot of players have learned from watching, and a lot of them use videotape for their own instructions. Both these players. Now, Voss starts the match. That means he will finish last.
Leaving the 10 pin. Didn't want that. 235 to 207 in his victory. If you just joined us, over Dave Ferraro. Four years in the Army. Among other skills, he got to bowl a lot.
He was the All-Army champion 1979 and 1980. Well-rounded player. Now here's another well-rounded young player. Very strong, physical player. Continues to improve. He won our first telecast of the year, the AC Delco Classic.
17th telecast in his career. He too, with a 10-pin. President of the PBA, Rookie of the Year in 1986. He's done a lot in his young career.
And he's got a very strong game, as you see Marc McDowell with a very solid delivery. 5-step compact delivery. He'll be just about the same position as you see Voss. You see the arm cupped and the knee bent right here at the pivot step, getting ready to drive through. Hits the line solid. Look at the follow through right to the target and leaves the 10.
West Texas State is his alma mater. This native of Wisconsin, bowling out of Madison.
I met him in Madison, Chris, about 5 years ago on an exhibition tour, and there was a number of people asked me what I thought of his potential, and he's one of the best I've ever seen. And obviously he keeps getting better and better on the tour as his wife looks on, Patty McDowell, the first lady of the Professional Bowlers Tour, watching her husband perform here at Paula Carter's Pro Bowl.
Spare up.
A little wide on that shot, leaves the wall shot 7. See the ball of McDowell's. Watch the action of the head pin. That's the key pin. The good spin on the ball. Goes to sideboard, drives out the 4 and 8, but leaves him the easy 7 pin. In this bowling center, one tough thing we've had all week long has been making spares. This is a brand new installation. It takes about a year for it to settle down. Every once in a while, a spare shot will get away from a player.
And Nelson Burton continues his competitive ways, finishing 17th. Oh, you're tough.
Not a bad week. Appreciate it. Thank you. The full grip of Brian-Voss, second frame.
Leaving a 3-6-10.
322.
You see Voss's shot coming between the second and third arrows, and what happens is he goes just a little bit high, leaves the 3-6-10. He's up on the lane across for the spare.
Help!
Oh, yes. Coming up after bowling, ABC's Wide World of Sports heads to Oslo, Norway, as world champions and Olympic gold medals take the ice for the dance competition in the World Challenge of Champions. Then, the American Championship Racing Series heads west with the running of the Santa Anita Handicap Plus. A special report from Alaska in the Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race follows us, Wide World of Sports. High hit and a 6-10.
Voss had a 1-hit light and 2 high this game. He's really thinking and what kind of adjustments he makes on the lanes. Now, if he goes high, Voss makes about 3 different adjustments. He may use a little bit harder ball, he'll move left on the approach, and he'll loft the ball a little bit more on the foul line.
Brown winning the Bud Light Classic in Sunrise the day before he was married to Andrea. Now Patty's husband, Mark. Good mixing. During the AC Delco Championship this year, Marc McDowell had a 25-second violation. That's not on his mind today, though.
Well, a little bit. You know, I just try to keep my pace going, get my hands dry. I have problems with that sometimes. The $100 fine I can handle. It's that second one for 1,000 that kind of worries me a bit. So I'm going to just make sure I stay away from the 100 and I won't have to worry about it.
And he has 25 seconds, Chris, from the time the ball comes back from the ball return to get his shot started. So he's gone through about 15 of those seconds now. He's very quick today.
Okay, and Mark is one of the top 3 money winners. All right, go back 30 years with us now and listen to Hey Baby by Bruce Channel. One of the 3 Triple Crown winners, Donnie Petraglia, will be our host. The defending champion is Colorful Pete Weber. He'll be there competing. Brian-Voss. Trailing by 14. Okay, Bo.
Thank you, Chris. Danny Wiseman, yesterday you made the biggest move of any player. You moved from 19th place up to 3rd, but the lanes were hooking a lot more yesterday, and they're quite a bit tighter or slicker today. Any strategy for the slick lanes?
Well, I think I'm just going to take it one shot at a time. I know they're a little bit tighter. They usually do get that way on the show, and ball speed, I think, for me is going to be very critical. I think I'm going to have to stay very soft and wait on my swing and go through the shot and just take it one shot at a time.
That's a good adjustment. Good luck, Danny.
Oh, with that double, Brian-Voss pulls within 4. All this happening at the Paula Carter Pro Bowl in Homestead, Florida, about 35 miles southwest of downtown Miami, right near the Biscayne National Park.
And more importantly, Chris, 20 miles north of Key Largo. Those keys are fun.
Oh, yes. Well, we haven't had this leave for a while, Bo.
If you can remember the last time, partner, your memory's better than mine.
No.
Here we go. The 1, 2, 6, 8, 10. Quite unusual. In fact, I haven't seen it in an awfully long time. What Marc McDowell has to do is try to get the ball to the left of the head pin, drive the head pin into the 610, and have the 2 take out the 8. Let's see what happens.
Great. That's one you don't practice too often. But that's the way to do it, right, Nelson?
What a superb shot. He does it just as we drew it up. The head pin drove into the 610. The ball hit the 2. The 2 took out the 8. Excellent shot.
Okay. A Homestead Classic. Named for a grand lady and her husband, Don.
Marc McDowell starting a little bit on the right side of the approach. He's going to drift a little towards the center. He'll be around the second arrow. Watch these angles. Good solid arm swing.
Seven pin.
One of the great bowlers of all times drifted a little bit left on the approach. That was Dick Weber, who did the grand opening here for Paula Carter, and Dick opened this bowling center with a 280 game. So any one of these players would gladly have that today.
That's right. And Mark combining with Dick Weber to win a doubles championship in Buffalo. 2 generations represented, but victorious. Harry Sullins, tournament leader, continues to warm up now. Danny Wiseman does the same. Double working for Voss.